Hello, everybody. Welcome to our channel. I'm Ryan. We're going to be taking you through our live stream this morning. Give it just a couple minutes before I get into it. Just to let anybody that wants to join get on here, and then we'll get moving forward. Today, we will be talking about how to eliminate stress and anxiety for good. How is everybody this wonderful Friday morning? Are stress and anxiety taking over your life? Do you feel overwhelmed and unable to cope? You're not alone. We all deal with these feelings. Today, we will be covering 6 different techniques that I personally use and I'm hoping will help eliminate or reduce the stress and anxiety you feel in your day-to-day life. Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Ryan and I am one half of The Mindset, here to take you through the 6 techniques that I personally use to help eliminate my stress. Sorry. The first one we're going to talk about today is journaling. Now, there's many different ways to journal. One of the main techniques that I use is just the 5-minute journal. I've also used a gratitude journal. Those are for days that I'm just feeling not really myself or not very appreciative for what I have, and just wake up angry, miserable, and unhappy. Those are the days I pull out my gratitude journal. Otherwise, I kind of use just the 5-minute journal technique. And that's where you just sit down and write out whatever thoughts come to you. It can be the weather outside. It could be something that happened to you yesterday. It does not matter. You just sit down, put that pen to paper, and start writing. And don't stop until you feel you have purged all of those thoughts that are going through your mind. Stress and anxiety, it can get very loud inside your head, and if you allow those thoughts to continue to overwhelm you, that's where stress and anxiety stem from. It's all just thoughts, not really real. It's fears, things you have in your head, and if you can purge those from your mind, it allows your mind to relax. It no longer has those thoughts bouncing around that it has to deal with. You have purged them from your mind, and you can move on into less stressful areas of your life. But if you take a few minutes each day to just jot down your worries, fears, frustrations, it will help you gain clarity and process your emotions. Next up, we're going to move on to meditation. This is another one that I have used quite extensively to help break me free from depression and other stressors in my life. Anxiety, stress. If you picture standing in a room full of people or at a concert, it's just extremely loud. There's a lot of things going on. It's chaotic. And if you picture you step outside into a hallway or you leave the venue, it gets quiet. It's peaceful. That's what meditation is. It takes you from that chaos and puts you into a quiet, calm, peaceful space. It allows you to work through your thoughts without judgment, and nobody else is invading on your space. You find that calm, quiet space that you can go to. Maybe it might be on a walk. It could be in your home. Could be outside. Could be indoors. It doesn't matter. Each of us has a place that is special to us in a way, or that just allows us to escape the reality around us. And if you can find that space, sit down and just be with your thoughts and allow them to slowly dissipate and focus on the calm, peaceful presence around you, it's amazing what that can do for your mental health. Like I said, I've used meditation in the past. Again, along with the gratitude journal, it helped pull me out of depression. I was able to focus on the good around me rather than all of the negative that was always infiltrating my mind. I personally used, I don't know if you've ever heard of Tara Brach, but she is very prominent meditation, mindfulness person, and she has her own website. On her website, she has a 40-day free trial that just kind of helps set you up in the habit of waking up each day, setting aside that 5 to 10 minutes to just escape reality and be with yourself, be with your thoughts, and clear everything that's going through your mind. She takes you through different types of meditation, focusing on different areas, and it's a very nice program. I've ran through that a couple of different times just to find different techniques that worked for me, different things I enjoyed, found other ways that I didn't enjoy meditating or other ways that didn't work for me. But it was just a very good overall view of meditation and the ins and outs of it and some different ways to practice it. So that is over at tarabrach.com. She's got a free 40-day kind of walkthrough for building that meditation habit. Another one I've checked out is the Waking Up app. That is by Sam Harris. Very, very calming, peaceful voice, and he walks you through all kinds of different guided meditations. And there's plenty of other authors on there as well that work you through guided meditations. There's also the Calm app, and we'll get into a little bit more of that app a little bit later on. There's a ton of information in the Calm app, from sleep help to breathing techniques and meditations. So there are a few different options for you guys to check out if you're interested in looking into meditation. I believe the Waking Up has a free trial, and YouTube always has tons and tons of content on guided meditations that you can find. And there's plenty of information available at your fingertips with just a couple clicks of a button. So be sure to browse the internet and find what works for you. Not all systems are the same. Not all methods are the same. They all don't accomplish the same thing, and they don't work the same way. So play around with a few different options, see which one works best for you. Moving on, we're going to move into some, I guess, a little bit away from the talking about the mind and attacking the body a little bit. Next one up is CBD. There's multiple different ways to ingest CBD, but it's a natural way to reduce the stress and anxiety in your body. Cannabidiol attaches into your system and just helps alleviate some of the different chemicals going on in your body that helps add to the stress and anxiety you're feeling. The CBD just helps to relax that and alleviate all that going on and put your body into a less stressful state. I am not a doctor, nor in any way, shape, or form related to the healthcare industry. So before you go ingesting anything or taking anything like that, please speak to a healthcare provider. They are going to know what's best for you and how to handle it, but it is an option out there. Again, not doctor, any way, shape, or form related to healthcare, so I'm not going to get into much of the CBD, but it is something I have used in the past, my wife has used in the past. It just helps give you that calm feeling. Have to do your own research. Like I said, talk to your doctor for more. Moving on from CBD, we're going to get into breathing exercises. This was one that kind of caught me off guard and something I wasn't expecting to try or have work. I was listening to a Tim Ferriss podcast, he was interviewing Andrew Huberman, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. He was talking about different breathing techniques to reduce or eliminate stress. Now, he told a story about, or an example he gave was, if you are around children, young children, babies, and you hear them start crying for whatever reason, they can get to a point where they're almost screaming, crying so loud. And if you'll hear, they kind of like get to a top and they can't, and there's another breath, and then they keep crying again, but they get to a certain level and they almost can't breathe anymore. It's not necessarily what it is. What's happening is it's a process that our body knows to reduce stress. The way Huberman explained it was you take a breath through your nose and fill your lungs as full as you possibly can. Once you've done that, you stop and you quick one more short burst of air into your lungs to just expand your lungs one last time, get as much air in there, and then you breathe out fully. And this extra expansion of the lungs triggers a response in your body to reduce stress and calm you down. It's amazing how well that works. I had no clue that that was something our body was built. It was built into our bodies for us to handle this. As soon as he started talking about the kids, I was like, oh man, I've seen that before. And that happens all the time when they're extremely frustrated or hungry, whatever, and they're screaming, crying. They get to that level and then they're coming back down again. And toddlers, I've seen toddlers do it. So it's just crazy that that's what that was. But breathing in as deep as you can, filling up your lungs, stopping, pausing, and then one more quick burst of air. It's amazing the feeling you get from that. It's just instant. Oh, okay, I'm calm. I can now move on and get back into my day. That was one of the techniques that I've personally used. Another one I've been practicing and trying to get into a habit or a routine of is the 4-7-8 technique. This is something I have just started to learn about. There's benefits to it, huge benefits if you can build a habit into it. You do it 2 times a day, and then you'll start to see, I guess, really good results after a couple of weeks. I'm only a few days in, so I've got some more time before I start seeing the major results, but the way it slows your body down has been extremely helpful to me. With the 4-7-8, you breathe in for 4 seconds through your nose, you pause for 7 seconds, and then you breathe nice and slow out for 8 seconds. You repeat this a couple of times, twice a day. Another breathing technique is the 3-3-3 method. In 3 seconds through your nose, hold for 3 seconds, and then out for 3 seconds through your mouth. If you are looking for more information, we mentioned the Calm app before. That app, again, has a ton of information on different breathing exercises. Or look up Wim Hof. He has a ton of information on breathing exercises as well as cold therapy and much more. So be sure to check out Wim Hof if you get a chance for any more information on breathing exercises. Next one on our list, prioritize your tasks. We all have to-do lists. Some of them are longer than others, but we all have them. Having that list can be a huge stressor. Something just nagging constantly of all the different things that you need to get done. Then you get home, you sit down, you look at that list, and it's overwhelming. It's long. There's a lot to do, and you don't know where to start. It's intimidating, and it's a lot easier and makes us feel a lot better to just go grab that cold beer out of the fridge, go sit down on that Friday, and enjoy your afternoon. But we're not going to do that. we are going to take that list. We're going to grab that cold beer and prioritize that list. Some of the items need to be done first. Other ones could be pushed off until later. Don't need to eat the entire elephant in one bite. Pick away at it slowly. Pick which one is most important. What's going to move that needle for you, or what's going to make somebody happy? What is the most critical task that you need to perform right now in order to get momentum going? Don't need to worry about sweeping the floor and vacuuming and doing the dishes and mowing the lawn. There's going to be a task that you can pick that is eating at you. That's the one you need to pick. That's the one you need to tackle and just get done out of the way. But take a look at your list, no matter how long it is, prioritize the tasks. Just by simply prioritizing them can take the stress of what am I going to do off your plate. How am I going to do it? Once you've prioritized it, now you can start to figure out how you're going to tackle these different things. It's, again, don't eat the whole elephant. One bite at a time. It's all you need to do. Last one we're going to talk about today is exercise. This is one that has been critical to my mental health for years. I can feel it after I haven't worked out for a week. I've been hitting the gym for 20 to 25 years now, and I will not live without exercise. I prefer to lift weights. I have started to get more into riding a bike and running a little bit. Running is not something I ever enjoyed, but I believe it's because I wasn't good at it. But if I don't practice it, I can't get better at it. So I've decided I need to start practicing at it. And once I started doing that, I realized it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It's actually kind of enjoyable. Just the peacefulness, the calmness around you, enjoying the scenery, taking it all in. If you get out and run in the morning, there's nobody else around. The world is just waking up. You can see the sunrise and animals and flowers and trees, and it's gorgeous if you can get outside and just enjoy it. Lifting weights, it just gives me an outlet for some anger, some aggression. Days I can be a little more upset, I have really, really, really good lifting sessions. Other days might not be all there, but just getting into the gym gets me out of the funk I'm in, gets the blood flowing, and it's one thing I can check off a list. As long as I maintain that routine, I can go in every single day. Even if it's only 20 minutes, I can get something done and check that off my list, and that helps propel you onto that next thing. Walking, hitting a gym, yoga, anything. My wife and I have been getting up every single morning and going for about a mile walk. It's roughly a 15, 20-minute walk, but the effects it has on us for the entirety of the day is remarkable. She has started to notice that she's in a worse mood if she doesn't get up and walk. It helps her wake up after about 5 minutes. She goes, "Oh, okay, I'm awake now." I've noticed that if I am in a bad mood in the morning and I just start walking, after a few minutes, I kind of really can't be upset about anything anymore. It's just days are beautiful, weather's nice, I'm enjoying being out, and it's a nice way to wake up your day. That sun coming up, it's fresh air, just a nice way to wake up. Trying to get to 30 minutes each day, but if you have a day where you can only manage 10, 15 minutes, hey, it's good enough. You got something done, you kept the needle moving. It's really all you can ask. We're not perfect. We're human beings. We're going to have on days, we're going to have off days. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just move on to the next day. Try to get back to it the day after. Hit that 30-minute mark the next day. Exercise isn't for everybody, but there's something you can do. You can walk. I know you can walk. Might not enjoy it, but I don't enjoy a lot of things I do either. It's the burden we bear for trying to better ourselves and those around us. Unfortunately, sometimes we just have to embrace the suck. It's what's going to push us to be that much better. I think those are all the 6 tips I have. So quick recap. We've got journaling, meditation, CBD, breath exercises, prioritizing your tasks, and exercising. Incorporating these into your daily routine can help stop your stress and anxiety in their tracks. Find what works best for you and stick to it. Create that routine, set an alarm, do whatever you need to make that a habit. These are going to be critical in eliminating your stress. If you found this helpful, make sure you click that like button below, subscribe, leave that little bell icon on. We do come out with these videos a couple times a week. Want to make sure we don't miss anything. Well, thank you all for watching. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day to sit and listen to us, and we will see y'all next time.